Okay, I've got 4 for you, but 2 of them are kind of the same one, so I'll just rope them in together.
Rope them.
The first one, Knoblauch and his coaching staff, level of concern 1 to 10. We obviously have had recently the comments from Leon Draisaitl calling him out. You played a clip before the show as well, talking, it was Connor McDavid after the Cup final, talking about how, paraphrasing a little bit maybe, but it was like, we just kept beating our heads against the wall.
Trying to do the same
thing. I kind of forgot that happened, but I remember at the moment being like, damn, you did try and just do the same thing over and over again.
Yes.
We thought they made some changes. Are you concerned? What is your concern rate out of 10 on Knoblauch and his coaching staff?
7.
7? I think that's fair.
Because I'm not sure he is going to adjust all that much.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm concerned. And he clearly has his guys that he trusts. And I'm not sure he is really willing to look for the solutions that might be hard solutions to make.
I think we'll know a lot about Knoblauch when we get back from this break. He's going to have 3 weeks to reflect. What kind of coach are the Oilers getting for the final 28 games or so leading into the playoffs? Yeah. Are they getting a coach who doesn't mind that? I should say this. I don't think Knoblauch minded that Draisaitl said what he said. I think any good organization shouldn't be that fragile that if one of their star players is upset and says something out loud, it shouldn't.
Well, the coach is never going to say it.
No, he certainly won't. And I've never really had that big issue with Knoblauch. I know a lot of people do, and sometimes too, like you want to see him be a bit more passionate, I guess you could say, when he's talking to the refs in particular. But we'll know a lot about Knoblauch when we get back here from this break. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, no, I do, because this is some real adversity.
Yeah.
With a long, seasons, you're not afforded a big pause like this, and I think they can start to practice again, on the 17th?
Yes.
Or something like that. It's just little things, too, where he's asked about the penalty kill after the Toronto game, and he says, well, I can't really give you a reason why it's struggling. How about you do? How about you find a reason?
Yeah.
The longer the breath in and pause from when the question is in, you ask, you be a reporter, I'll be Knoblauch.
Kris, your penalty kill has been horrendous. You allowed 3 against the Anaheim Ducks in what ended up being, I believe, a 7-4 game. You just allowed the Toronto Maple Leafs to win after what should have been an Oilers victory by allowing 2 power play goals in 34 seconds. Is there a reason your penalty kill has been struggling so much?
No, well, I think we've been running pretty well, but I can't really give you a reason. We'd like a save. But no, it's not any one particular person's fault. We miss Adam Henrique. It's like he starts to become inaudible. The longer he goes along.
Can you also explain why you played Matthias Janmark more than McDavid and Draisaitl tonight?
Well, he's a veteran. And we trust him in those spots.
For 27 minutes, Kris.
Yeah. Well, was that how much it was?
He scored 6 goals in his last 192 games.
He's been unlucky, certainly. He's been unlucky. I think
he's been unlucky.
He's in the right spots, and we have full belief in Matthias that he's going to turn it around.
We're actually going to try him on the top 6 again.
Yeah, we're talking about Janmark, not Ekholm, by the way.
Yeah. Let's be clear.
No, you're number 1 defenseman. The second one. So sorry. 7 for Knoblauch. Was I wrong?
Yes. Yeah. I'd put it at 6.5, but let's round up.
Yeah.
7.
Whole numbers. Okay. This next one I think is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Because I was one who was on board with some of the stuff that happened over the summer. Didn't mind all the decisions. But your concern level on Stan Bowman's decision making.
7.
7. You can pick other numbers. No, I'm kidding. Go on.
It would be higher, and he's gotten some grace here by being able to, it should be higher with that Frederic contract. That contract is legitimately one of the worst free agent contracts in recent hockey history.
Okay.
Take the other side and argue it.
No. I mean,
I got no notes.
However, he would be higher overall in the list, but he has made some big wins. The Colson trade, big win. Roslovic signing, big win. He was able to navigate and get Stastny to fill in. However, the doubling of goaltender salary with assets for a trade that so far has provided the same amount of goalie production is a concern. This past offseason in general, Mangiapane, that was a concern, how they've allocated dollars. So it would be higher. He has some other wins. I'm going to put it at 7, but it could be higher.
The term is what is damning on Frederic.
I'd say so.
Yeah. What I mean is like the number, you could almost live with the number to an extent. The cap's going up. I've not given up on Trent Frederic for the reason of this 7 more years, and you have to still believe.
No, we can't give up on him, baby.
But I always go back to what you said, and I completely agree. They got to find a role.
Yes.
It can't just be this guy who's going out on the fourth line. And I think he's actually played a little bit better. I actually think his healthy scratching the other day was unwarranted. Yeah. I think he deserved to play. And that decision for me goes back to the Knoblauch stuff. I would actually say I'm closer to probably an 8. Okay. If I'm including all the staff that's on the Knoblauch and the coaching staff. Just because that decision is baffling. And it combines with one of so you basically just bench Mangiapane for a full period. And then somehow come back to him the next game, but healthy scratch Trent Frederic, who you gave Mangiapane shifts to. Mm-hmm. Against a Calgary team who you went in there last time and had your shit ran by Adam Clark and that fourth line. The only reason we hear from Ryan Lomberg is because somehow this guy has an impact in 2 games of the year, and they're both against the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah.
So I'm getting worried about Knoblauch, and I think things have to change. Bowman, I'm going to go a little bit lower. I will say I'm a 6 for the reason of I think his mistakes look a little bit worse because of the coaching staff. In the sense of okay, we've ran through the 4 goalies this year. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden you've got a goalie in Tristan Jarry who has not been that good recently, don't get me wrong. Has gone from a .909 save percentage of the Pittsburgh Penguins to some of the worst goalie displays we've seen in the past couple of weeks in the NHL. That isn't him. That's not just him, I should say. That's on the defense and the strategies they're putting out there. And then you look at Stuart Skinner, who is coming back down to earth a little bit recently in Pittsburgh, but look like what the Oilers were giving him in December when the Oilers run this great run. So that's why I don't think I could put them on the same level, but they're definitely not far apart from each other.
Yeah, and to that point, I've been, I think, as hard as anyone on Frederic, maybe on the staff. But I have always tried to find then the solution.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter if I'm upset about it. Well, what can they do? The contract is signed. So find him a role. It looks like now, actually, the fourth line might be a spot. That's not why they signed him there, but tough titty. They have to figure it out here and get something from him. Because his 32 games without a goal in a row, his 3 points, Szymanski is nearly eclipsing Frederic points-wise.
Yeah.
But try to find him a role. I'd like to see him kill 1 penalty.
Just see what happens.
Try it once, because you can't tell me it would be worse than the penalty killing we've seen here lately. So I've tried to find a solution for it. Knoblauch has to look for a solution for it too, because they've committed to him. They've committed to him longer than just about anyone in the organization. Mm-hmm. Trent Frederic could theoretically be here 6 years, 5 years after Connor McDavid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe he's the next guy.
Just saying,
No, it's a damning way to put it. It's
he can't be moved.
Yeah.
He has an old move.
Shooter put in the chat. Can you put him on waivers? No.
You can't move him.
Yeah, he literally has a no move. He's
penciled into the roster, the depth chart.
He's chipped into the rock of Rogers Place.
Yes.
He isn't penciled in anyway.
Exactly.
He's dying with that arena.
That's right.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Every Day, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.